You felt it, the crushing weight of regret, the missed opportunities, the mistakes, the what ifs. But what if I told you that regret doesn't have to be your anchor? What if instead of letting it drag you down, you turned that pain into your fuel? Now imagine using it to build a future so powerful, so unshakable, that money becomes your byproduct. Let's make that happen. Regret is a beast that can either hold you hostage or fuel your ascent to greatness. If you've ever found yourself looking back, wondering where you went wrong, or wishing you'd done things differently, you're not alone. But today, I'm going to show you how to flip the script. Regret doesn't have to destroy you. It can be the very thing that propels you into the life you were meant to live. And yes, that includes becoming rich. Let's get to work. Regret is a powerful emotion, and if you're being honest with yourself, you've felt it. It's that knot in your stomach when you think back on missed opportunities or actions you regret. You've made mistakes, passed on chances that could have changed everything, or taken a wrong turn that led to setbacks you wish you could undo. It's easy to ignore or bury that feeling deep down, to tell yourself it's in the past, it doesn't matter anymore. But I'm here to tell you, pretending regret doesn't exist, doesn't make it go away. It's still there, lurking, and it's going to keep resurfacing until you confront it. The first step in turning regret into fuel is acknowledging it. You have to be real with yourself. If you've screwed up, admit it. If you've missed the boat, own up to it. And let me tell you something, this is not about beating yourself up. This is about taking responsibility for your past actions so you can start shaping your future with clarity and purpose. There's no shame in having regrets. The shame is in allowing them to define you or dictate your life. Facing regret head-on is the first step toward unlocking your full potential. The problem with regret is that it often comes with a heavy emotional burden. It makes you look at what you didn't do, what you failed at, and it tries to convince you that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed. But that's a lie. Regret is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It's a signal telling you what not to do next, what lessons you need to learn to avoid repeating those same mistakes. If you've ever failed at something, regret is simply showing you the gaps, the areas you need to improve on. However, here's where most people mess up. They get stuck in it. They wallow in their regrets, allowing the weight of the past to suffocate their present and their future. They replay the scenarios over and over, convincing themselves that they can somehow go back and make things right. But that's not how life works. You can't change the past. What you can do, though, is control how you move forward. Regret is not meant to paralyze you, it's meant to propel you. It's meant to ignite something inside you that says, I'll do better next time. So how do you avoid being paralyzed by regret? By refusing to let it control your narrative. You take the lessons and you move on. You use that energy to fuel your drive for success. Instead of wasting time on what ifs, focus on what's next. The road to greatness is filled with failures and setbacks, and regret is simply a reminder that you're human. But it's also a signal that you're still alive, still moving forward, and still capable of achieving greatness. Don't let regret be the anchor that holds you back. Let it be the spark that drives you to do better, to be better. Every time you face a setback, every time you experience regret, take a deep breath, acknowledge it, and then shift your focus to what's ahead. You have the power to change your story. You have the power to rewrite your future. Use your regret, learn from it, but don't let it paralyze you. Let it propel you toward the greatness that awaits. Every failure, every moment of regret holds a powerful lesson if you're willing to see it. Regret is not the enemy, it's a tool, an instrument of growth. It can be one of the most transformative forces in your life, but only if you stop viewing it as a curse. Too many people get caught in the trap of self-pity, dwelling on what they didn't achieve, what they lost, or the chances they missed. They allow regret to consume them and keep them trapped in the past, unable to move forward. But you cannot afford to stay stuck in yesterday. If you do, you miss out on the opportunities that are waiting for you right now. The key to transforming regret into power is to shift your perspective. Instead of asking, why did I mess up? Or why didn't things work out? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Every failure, every setback, every regret contains within it the seeds of wisdom. You've been handed a chance to reflect, to reevaluate, and to grow. There is a lesson in everything that went wrong, even if you can't immediately see it. It might be an uncomfortable lesson, but growth is rarely comfortable. When you look at your past mistakes through the lens of learning, something incredible happens. You stop seeing them as failures, and instead, you see them as stepping stones on the path to success. Each mistake is a valuable lesson that shapes you into the person you need to become to achieve your dreams. You didn't lose, you gain insight into what doesn't work, what's not aligned with your goals, and where you need to make adjustments. These lessons give you clarity and direction, guiding you toward better decisions, better strategies, and better outcomes in the future. This process requires a shift in mindset. It's not enough to simply acknowledge your regrets. You must extract value from them. You need to dissect the situation. What went wrong? Why did it happen? What was your role in the outcome? The answers to these questions will allow you to pinpoint exactly where you need to improve, whether it's your approach, your mindset, or your actions. This is where true power lies, not in avoiding mistakes, but in mastering the art of learning from them. One of the most dangerous things you can do is let regret define you. Your past is just that, the past. It doesn't determine who you are today or who you will become tomorrow unless you let it. Every moment of regret should be viewed as an opportunity for reinvention. You're not the mistakes you've made, you're the lessons you've learned from them. The real measure of your character is not in how many times you fall, but in how many times you get back up, stronger and wiser than before. When you choose to learn from your regrets, you begin to reframe your entire narrative. You stop seeing yourself as someone who's been held back by circumstances and start seeing yourself as someone who's been prepared for greater things. The power is in your hands. Every time you reflect on a mistake and choose to rise above it, you're building a foundation of strength and resilience that will carry you toward your goals with unstoppable momentum. So don't let regret keep you in a cycle of self-defeat. Use it to fuel your rise to greatness, because the pain of yesterday can propel you to the success of tomorrow. Success isn't reserved for those who are motivated only when it's convenient. It doesn't come to those who catch a spark of inspiration and then fade away when the going gets tough. Real success is built by individuals who develop an unbreakable focus, a relentless drive that carries them through every obstacle, every doubt, and every moment of weakness. You see, motivation can be fleeting. It can come and go, depending on how you feel, the circumstances around you, or the people you're surrounded by. But focus is different. Focus is the inner fire that refuses to be extinguished. It's the unwavering dedication that says, I don't care what's happening around me. I am staying on track no matter what. The pain of regret, as much as it stings, has a purpose. It sharpens your resolve. Every time you think back to what you could have done differently, to the opportunities you missed and the roads you didn't take, let that pain fuel your focus. That regret is a reminder that time waits for no one. It's a reminder that every single day is precious. And it's a wake-up call telling you that the next time an opportunity arises, you will not hesitate, you will not waste time, and you will not let fear dictate your actions. It's time to commit to making every moment count. Focus doesn't just mean narrowing your attention to a single task or goal. It means stripping away everything that doesn't serve your purpose. Every distraction, every excuse, every doubt must be eliminated. You must have the mental clarity to see beyond the immediate and to stay locked in on the vision of your future. You're not here to settle for mediocrity. You're not here to simply get by. You're here to create something extraordinary. You're here to build a legacy. And that takes an unshakable focus. Distractions will always be there. People, social media, doubts, fears, the noise of the world. But the successful understand that they have to rise above it. They don't let the chatter of the world pull them off course. They create boundaries and discipline to guard their focus with everything they've got. You have to do the same. If your focus is scattered, so will be your results. The more you let yourself be distracted, the longer it will take to get where you want to be, and the more opportunities will slip through your fingers. Success doesn't wait for anyone, and neither should you. Visualizing your future is not just a feel-good exercise. It's a tool for keeping your focus locked in. When you can clearly see where you're going, the obstacles in front of you become just that, obstacles, not roadblocks. Every setback, every failure becomes part of the process, not the end of the road. When you know exactly what you're working towards, you can push through anything because you have a burning purpose. That vision becomes your North Star. It guides you when the path gets tough and reminds you why you can't afford to quit. But focus is more than just thinking about your future. It requires taking massive action every single day. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And that action has to be relentless. No waiting, no procrastination. Every day you get up and you push forward, no matter how hard it is, no matter how long the road seems. Success isn't a single big leap. It's 1,000 small steps, 1,000 moments of discipline, 1,000 moments of focus. So forget the distractions, forget the doubts, commit to focusing on the bigger picture and take massive action every single day. Let the pain of regret remind you that time is precious and now is the moment to act. Focus on your future with unbreakable determination, and you'll find that success is no longer something that happens to a few lucky people. It's something that you create with every choice you make. Regret, when left unchecked, has the potential to crush you. It can consume your thoughts, pull you into a cycle of self-doubt, and paralyze you with the weight of missed opportunities and poor decisions. But if you choose to view it differently, regret can become the catalyst for something far greater than you ever imagined. It can become the very force that propels you to the next level, shaping you into a person who is unstoppable. Resilience is not something that's handed to you on a silver platter. It's not something you can buy or inherit. It's something that is built over time, through experience, through struggle, and through overcoming adversity. Resilience is forged in the hardest of battles, in the moments when you feel like giving up, but you refuse to quit. That's where regret comes into play, if you allow it to. Regret will forge a new layer of strength in you, one that no failure or setback can break. Think about it. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, and the most accomplished individuals didn't get there by avoiding regret. They didn't get there by shying away from failure. In fact, most of them have experienced regret and failure far more than you can imagine. What sets them apart is not the absence of regret, but their ability to use it as fuel. They didn't let regret hold them back. They used it to push harder, go further, and become stronger than they were before. This is where mental toughness is born. It's born from the ability to stand up after every knockdown, to stare regret in the face and say, I'm not done yet. It's easy to get comfortable, to rest in the quiet lull of life where nothing challenges you and nothing pushes you outside your comfort zone. But that's not where growth happens. That's not where the magic is. The magic is in the fire. The fire of regret, the fire of failure, the fire of disappointment. When you step into that fire, you either burn or you emerge forged into something more powerful. Every time you think about the things you didn't do, the risks you didn't take, the chances you missed, don't let it weigh you down, let it fuel you. Let it push you to do more, go harder, and strive further than you ever thought possible. Regret isn't a sign that you're weak, it's a sign that you're human. And every time you confront it head on, you're building resilience. Every step forward, no matter how small, adds another brick to the fortress of mental toughness that will serve you for the rest of your life. The harder the fight, the sweeter the victory. And if you're still standing, if you're still in the game, then you haven't lost yet. You've just learned a valuable lesson and you've built resilience from it. That's the power of regret. That's the power of using it not to break you, but to build you. Let it drive you to heights you've never reached before. Let it fuel your determination to never stop, to always push forward, and to keep fighting for the future you deserve. The greatest victories are never won in the comfort zone. They are won through the fire of challenge, struggle, and regret. So take what you've learned from your past and use it to fuel your relentless pursuit of success. Regret has a way of paralyzing you, trapping you in the past and making it almost impossible to move forward. But let me tell you something. If you want to leave regret behind and build the future you deserve, you've got to take action. I'm not talking about small, half-hearted attempts. I'm talking about massive, bold, unapologetic action. Action that shifts your mindset from victimhood to power. Action that makes regret irrelevant because you're moving forward faster than it can hold you back. Every single day you waste dwelling on what could have been is a day you're not investing in what can be. You've got to make a choice right now. Are you going to continue letting regret keep you stuck in the past, or are you going to take massive action and reclaim your future? The choice is yours. But I'll tell you this, taking action is the only way to close the door on regret. It's easy to sit back and wonder what might have happened if you had made different choices. But that's just an excuse for inaction. Regret thrives in the space of hesitation. It grows in the moments you sit still, questioning your past decisions instead of making new ones. You've got to stop the cycle. You've got to break the chains that regret has placed on you. And the only way to do that is by moving forward with everything you've got. Think about it. When you take action, you silence regret. Every step forward, no matter how small, is one less moment you're wasting thinking about what you didn't do. Instead, you're focused on what you can do, what you will do. You're focused on building the life you know deep down you deserve. When you make the decision to act, you begin to control your destiny. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of your future. And each action you take is a brick in the foundation of your success. Whether it's making the phone calls you've been putting off, launching the business you've been afraid to start, or taking the calculated risks you've been too hesitant to make. Action is the antidote to regret. Every time you take that next step, you'll feel the weight of regret lift off your shoulders. It's like a burden you've been carrying that was never meant to be yours. And don't give me the excuse that you're scared, that you don't know what to do, or that you failed before. Everyone starts somewhere, and nobody has it all figured out. The key isn't perfection. It's progress. When you act, you learn. You fail, you get back up, and you keep pushing forward. That's how you turn regret into power. You're in control now. Regret no longer holds the power to dictate your life. You get to choose your next move, and if you're willing to act, you'll find that the regret you once feared becomes the fuel that drives you to the top. The longer you wait, the more regret compounds, the more you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of what could have been. But if you act now, you break that cycle. You take back your future. So make the call, take the risk, do what you've been avoiding. Your future is built on the actions you take today. If you want to live a life without regret, then start making decisions that move you forward. Don't wait for the right time or the perfect conditions. The right time is now. The perfect condition is action. Keep moving, keep striving, and most importantly, keep taking action. Because regret has no place in a future that's been built by your relentless pursuit of success. If you're ready to turn your regret into your power, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me how you plan to take action today. Let's build a future together, starting now.